We'll start the meditation portion. Today's meditation is a very, very important meditation. I have finished the 18th verse. I took 2 sessions for the 18th verse of Kaivalya Upanishad. Today is the 19th verse. Very, very important. You can mark it as one of the top 5 meditation sessions or verses which everybody should. And it's a very simple meditation. All of us can relate to it without knowing I am Atma. Without knowing you are Atma, if you meditate on this verse, you will never understand this. But because we are all students of Mandukya Upanishad, we are all senior students, so we will understand when we go through this mantra. मय्येव सकलं जातं मयि सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं मयि सर्वं लयं याति तत् ब्रह्म aham asmi. Aham, that Brahman. Now, what is this pure consciousness, pure Brahman? That pure consciousness is nothing but it is the Jagat Karanam. When I say Jagat Karanam, it means that universe is born from this consciousness, which is the self of the universe. It exists. The universe exists in this consciousness, and the universe resolves in this consciousness. This consciousness is the substrate. In Kathopanishad, Nachiketa wanted to know, is there anything after death of the body? In Kathopanishad, Yamadharmaraja says, there is a self which is never perishes. It is always there. If you know that self, you will cross over death. Because death belongs to the body, doesn't belong to you. You are that Atma. So here the same answer is being given in Kaivalya Upanishad. And what do we understand? Like I always say, you do not start the meditation as the body. In many of the meditation, I say I am the consciousness. So, unless you say I am the consciousness, which is non-dual. Non-dual means what? I alone am there. There is no second consciousness. There is no second thing in consciousness because the world is mithya. It is just an appearance. Like the dream is mithya, it resolves in the baker. The baking world is mithya. It resolves in Turiyam Brahma. And as Turiyam Brahma, I can say the universe is born in this Turiyam. It exists in this Turiyam. It gets dissolved in this Turiyam. One portion, one idea about this universe, if your intellect can appreciate in the same depth as the Upanishad wants you to have, then it is a straightforward moksha. There is nothing else. Only this mantra is enough to get moksha. But your mind has to travel and dwell on this again and again till it becomes one with your subconscious mind. Even when you wake up in the middle of the night and say, I am Turiya. That is why Pratasmarami mantra, verse number 1 is very important for meditation. I will take that mantra sometime. Here, what we should remember is Turiyam Brahman is the cause, The effect is the word. Manifest version of the cause. Where will the manifest version of cause merge in? It will go back to its cause. Effect goes back to cause. Ornaments will go back to gold. The wave will go back to the ocean. The furniture will go back to the wood. The whole world will go back to Brahman, which is the absolute for all our relative experience. When the Paraprakriti is known, how do we get to know have this knowledge? By the knowledge of the scriptures. The dreamer is the lower nature. Waker is the higher nature. Waker is a lower nature. Turiyam is the higher nature. So between Turiyam and waking and dream and sleep, there is a curtain. That curtain is of ignorance. The waker's world belongs to only the waker. The waker's world does not go into our dream world. That is why we call it as a phenomena, realm. Dreamer's world only belongs to the dreamer. The sleeper world, which is of ignorance, belongs to only the sleeper. So we identify ourselves as the sleeper with the sleeper ignorance, dreamer with the dreamer world, waker with the waking world. But all these three states are related. They are not absolute. It's an ego which is experiencing the three states. But Atma is the self of the three states. We have experience of Tripudi, knower, known, experiencer, experience. We have that experience. We also have an experience of the state of Turiya, which is called as Sakshi Chaitanya, where there is no Tripudi. There is no knower, known. Knowing experience is not there. Where in witness, in Sakshi, that Sakshi is Priyam. I have to claim that as my real nature. This Jiva, Bhava, I'm a mother, I'm a father, is a notion in the mind. I'm a boss. Okay? These are all notions in the mind. Next week, I will take up this portion, the second part of this, so far, just a revision portion of this meditation. I will take it up next week, and then we will see some of the other verses which are after the 19th verse. And just to conclude, okay, let me try and finish it today itself. I'll take another 5 minutes. See, we started talking about this Kaivalya Upanishad, and we did some meditations on this. We did many verses. In the 15th verse of Kaivalya Upanishad, it was said that prana, the mind, or the Panchabhutas are born from Brahman. Brahman is the support of the beings in the waking state. That is why we say it is the self of. In the 16th verse, which we said, Brahman is the subtlest thing in the creation. And then when we talk of this world, we say what is here is there. And what is there is here. Very tricky verse of Kaivalya Upanishad. You can understand this by understanding in Atma, the world is there. And in the world, it is two sides of one coin. Can we say the the top portion of the coin can exist separately? No. Coin has got two sides. One is the Nirgunam portion, which is Turiyam. Another is the Sagunam portion. That is the 16th verse. 17th verse of Kaivalya, we are talking about Kaivalya. This nature of pure of Brahman is consciousness, which illuminates the three states. And this illuminator, the light, the spiritual light, if I come to know that if I own that spiritual light, I get moksha. When you see the development of Kaivalya Upanishads, slowly it tries to take you deeper and deeper. Last week we said 18th verse. We did two meditation sessions on this, where we got three words to meditate on this Atma. Sakshi, Chinmatram, Sadashivaha. And in the 22nd verse, which we of the Kaivalya Upanishad, which is the fifth mantra I'm quoting, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the fifth mantra. What the Upanishad says is, I have no birth, I have no body. Na jayate kriyate va kadachit. Same mantra of the 15th, of the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. And it is very similar to this mantra of 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where it says that this consciousness is the source of knowledge as well as memory. It is the knowledge. By saying this, what does Upanishad mean? That means all our memory and all our knowledge is dependent on this consciousness. That's why we say this Atma is omniscient, omnipotent. When I come to know this Atma, what happens? Then I will say, I have no, everything else is mithya. There is only Sakshi, which exists. Okay? So this is the overall, with this today's session, I will be finishing the Upanishad mantras for meditation. Okay, so please close your eyes. Try to keep your spine erect. Mayeva sakalam jatam. The universe is born from me, the consciousness. Without consciousness, there is no universe. You need a conscious, sentient being to prove the universe. A living being. Mai sarvam pratishtitam. The universe exists on this consciousness, sustained by consciousness. Mai sarvam layam yati. The world resolves in consciousness. In the waking state, I am occupied with the external world, constantly interacting with the world. I don't appreciate the fact that I am a conscious being, a spiritual being. The dream state and the sleep state is beyond my control. They just happen. Only when I come to study the Upanishads, Kaivalya Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad, Katho Upanishad, all of them, they teach me my real nature. Atma is my intrinsic self. Changeless, birthless. The word changeless must go deep into my mind. Changeless means not affected by time. It's the same consciousness from birth till today. The three states do not belong to me. They belong to the jiva, the one which is the indweller in the body, the ego. The mind, together with the body, says, I am a waker, or a dreamer, or a sleeper. It is the same mind which says, I am a doer, I am an enjoyer. These are all wrong notions in the mind. The wrong I, the false I, the mithya I, the appearing and disappearing I. For this I, the ego, it cannot exist without a substrate. There is a waker. For the waker, right, there is a substrate. called Turiya or study of Upanishads. I claim this Atma as my real nature. It's not, I can say the world appears and disappears in this pure consciousness. This Atma is Om. I want to remember my nature. I simply utter the word Om, which is the sound symbol of Atma, the pure consciousness. But idam Purnaya Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Then please open your eyes.